Hello, YouTube. My name is NightwingDrums, and I'm bringing you some Call of Duty Ghosts, which is different because, Black Ops 2 is so much easier to record. But that's what we're going to be talking about here on Philosophical Sundays. But first, here is the class. It is a Remington R5 with a thermal scope and a muzzle brake, along with a frag, a concussion, those perks, sleight of hand, agility, marathon, dead silence, ready up, and my specialist package, focus, tac shield, and, that stuff. ICU, blast shield, resilience, on the go, strong arm, and whatever that's called. That thing. The skull with the cross. I forget what it's called. Anyway, we're on the map Prison Break, and it's not a very good gameplay, but it's alright. And I just wanted to bring it to you, Philosophical Sundays, to talk to you about older Call of Duties. Or, not older Call of Duties in general, but just things that are made in a series, and why people tend to think the older ones are better. And I can relate to this because I mention it on my channel all the time with Black Ops 2. The reason I wanted to talk about this is, and by the way, last episode of Philosophical Sundays, I put on a gameplay that went with the theme. This one I put on a story. This one I put on gameplay is kind of the opposite. It's in Ghosts, which is the newest Call of Duty. But I figured since I do so much Black Ops 2 on my channel all the time anyway, I would mix it up and do a new one, because if I just did Black Ops 2 again, it would be like nothing changed at all. But yeah, I wanted to talk about why I think things that are older in a series tend to appeal to people more. Now, this can apply to anything that is a series, like a book series, a movie series, a video game, obviously. I'm gonna mostly use Call of Duty as my example, but I will switch to other topics. Call of Duty, Ghosts specifically, has not been looked at in the public eye as a very good Call of Duty, and it's getting better with like the new stuff they're adding, like Drop Zone and the new DLC. I think the one that's coming out soon is supposed to be really good, but you can never know until it comes out, obviously. But I think that it's just implanted in people's brains that because Call of Duty, I know why exactly. It's because if you go back on Black Ops 2, the only people that are playing Black Ops 2 or Modern Warfare, a lot of people are going back to Black Ops 2, so that's not a good example, but Modern Warfare 3, for example. If you go on Modern Warfare 3, you notice that it's mostly people that aren't good at the game. And it's because they haven't bought the newer Call of Duties. Modern Warfare 3 was probably the only Call of Duty they've played. So when you play against them, you feel really good because you're doing really good. Because you, obviously, having played the newer Call of Duties, going back to an older one feels good to you. Playing people that don't know stuff about the game that you do feels good to you. Right? Which is why when you go to the newest Call of Duty, like Ghosts, and you are just like everybody else, it doesn't make you feel good. And obviously the point of a video game is to make you feel good. So that's why players prefer playing the older ones, because it makes them feel better. And another example that I want to talk about is, I'm going to bring this over to like a book or a movie, and like this premise, I guess, can apply to both of them. I know so many people that will say for different series, like, oh my god, the first one was so much better, they should never have made a sequel. But after they made the first one, everyone begged for the sequel. But now that it's out, nobody wants it, because it's not as good as the first one. Because you can never replicate greatness, is one thing, and also the greatness of whatever that first book or movie was is implanted in somebody's brain. So if in the second book or movie they mess up once, in one slight way, it leaves a bad mark in the person's head that is watching or reading this thing. And I think that is not unreasonable, because it's a human thing to do. We're all human, it happens. But I think that it also, people should realize that more, which is why I'm making this video, so that the few people that watch this video can understand I guess, why they shouldn't hate on newer stuff so much. Obviously, this doesn't apply to everything. Like when the year of Modern Warfare 3 actually ended, and Black Ops 2 did come out, everybody loved it because it was just so much better. But I'm like, let me just say that this theory doesn't, or this theory doesn't apply to everything. It just applies to certain things, certain games, certain books, certain movies. But bring that up, it does apply to a lot of those movies. So like, or books, or video games, or whatever. So I figured I should bring it up in a Philosophical Sundays episode, just to get your opinions in the comments. And I do want your opinions. Post them, please. I try to respond. But anyways, guys, I think that there is a good topic to talk about. Like, why I want you guys to post in my comments more. Obviously, you guys tend to have really good thoughts that I sometimes agree with, sometimes don't, and I want to talk to you. I want to talk to somebody about it. I want to be able to have a full conversation about something like this, what this video is about. Do you or do you not find that older things in a series are more appealing to you, whether it be a video game or a book or movie or anything that is a series? Okay, tell me if it affects you or not. Okay, I don't care if you agree with me or not. I just want to know. We can have a conversation about it. We can debate, if you will, about what your opinion is on something and what my counteracting opinion is, whether it be the same or whether it be different. One of the reasons I do YouTube is to be able to have a full conversation with somebody who knows just as much as I do about stuff like this. Okay? So, anyway, guys, my name has been NightwingDrums, and this is only the second episode of Philosophical Sundays. I'm sorry I skipped last week. I was busy, but now I'm back on the grind, back on that YouTube grind. I am going to be trying to post as much as I can. I'll probably get one up tomorrow if I can. If not tomorrow, then most definitely Tuesday. But anyway, guys, my name has been NightwingDrums. I know I already said this already, but you know, it happens. And bye-bye. Last video on the top left, Double MD Gaming on the top right.